Now, besides that, now, of course, we talk a lot about the subject, the main essential point of the subject as being diluted by many things. Now we want to know what is the truth. The truth is, I think, of the refuge of Buddhism in general is very simple. It's because of our habitual patterns, our behaviors that makes the practice of Buddhism hard. The Dharma itself says just do this and do that, and then it gives the perfect calculation, and then there you go. You have the enlightenment right there. Like it says that if you wish to eradicate, let's say, desire, then don't eat in the evening. You hear that, you feel hungry, and then that's how we make it hard. So it's the habitual patterns and the mind not having full information that makes it hard to practice the ways of Buddhism. Now, in order to take real refuge, we must see some truth. Otherwise, it will be just a custom. Truth means that facts about life. Often the victims, the first degree victims that somehow individuals who fall victim to taking refuge, let's say, are mostly who have found some scary truth about life and then takes refuge. Particularly when an obstacle or multiple obstacles occur, and with all the means that that one could apply or use, that we know, we apply, and doesn't work, and we have no other option. That's when we start to think of the spiritual side. Often, those are the obvious victims. Traditionally speaking, a much better choice of person who would or should take refuge should be someone who has seen the truth or faults of life, suddenly somehow realizing or seeing some symptoms, or realizing that the play was really a play. I think it is said in the teachings that initially it is very, very hard to take refuge because first, we don't know about life. Meaning, if you think of age-wise, in our youth, there is no problem. Everything is exciting, everything is new. So there is nothing really, there is no real reason to think about refuge. You may be a little bit more mature than that, in terms of age, maybe has better choices, maybe. I forgot where we stopped, but nevertheless, there is one subject known as within Buddhism, there's a topic called the 4 points that turns the mind away from samsara. So, one of them is known as knowing the faults of samsara. One of them is known as knowing the fault of samsara. And after a while, it doesn't look so good. And after some time, it looks really, really bad. And then we have no choice but to somehow resolve to find something else that is nice. Even the new finding also has all the similar characteristics of turning from good to bad. And that process repeats over gets quite used to it, so then it becomes a matter of finding always new. That becomes like a ritual to find something new before something else becomes stable. Something else becomes bad. So at the end, when you sort of like wake up from that, you realize that you're at the end of your life. It's so now that's the kind of information that we need to have way before it's too late. Years and years of collections of great examples. Unfortunately, I don't.
老王开玩笑说，很不幸的他并没有。
That's why I can only explain the meaning, but without any examples. So that's why sometimes it must be very hard to understand. So I can totally relate to you if you feel sleepy. I only have one or two examples, and if I use all that, I'm left with nothing. So I keep them very close to me, and I wait for the most opportune moment. So now back to the refuge. Who is the best choice? Who's the best candidate to take refuge would be someone who has somehow seen that kind of truth of life before it is too late. So that means that person has to be average age. Average age. Somehow like, with a lot of battle scars. And but still intact. All the limbs are more or less intact. Most importantly, the temple. I think that's the best choice. To have seen a lot of faults and mistakes and the loopholes of life or some sun. Then such a person would look for, I would say, a way to somehow deal with it. That such a person would look for a way to somehow resolve these kind of issues about these facts of life and how to overcome it, because material wealth, power, fame, whatever worldly needs that are there cannot solve this problem.